Alright, so with season 1 of Chaos Theory finally being here, and unfortunately all of us binged it in one sitting, but that's what happens when a goated show just decides to release all the episodes in one day, so it's not our fault, But with season 1 come, and unfortunately gone, because like I said, we binged it all in one day, it is now time to talk about what can we expect from season 2 of Chaos Theory. And just before we start with this video, I'm just going to say there's undoubtedly going to be spoilers in this video. So if you haven't watched the show already, click off the video now, because you do not want to ruin the show for yourself with spoilers. Like I said earlier, this show is goated. Don't ruin it for yourself. It's not worth it. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is Brooklyn and the whole situation around Brooklyn's whole fake out death and what she's up to and why did she go off the grid and everything like this. Why she didn't tell everyone else that she had to go off the grid and all that. And I think personally in season 2 we're gonna find out very fast exactly why she went off the grid, because I have a strong feeling that we're gonna get a lot of present day Brooklyn scenes throughout season 2 explaining why did she go off the grid, why didn't she tell anyone that she's doing this by herself, and through her eyes we're probably gonna find out who the enemy faction is who's hunted down the Nublar 6 before the rest of Nublar 6 does. Like, she's probably gonna find out before the rest of them, and I would assume that they find out around the same episode as each other, but I would assume that we find out who the enemies are through Brooklyn's eyes. And I would also assume we get more of an explanation of that relationship that Brooklyn has with that DPW lady, because she knows that Brooklyn's still alive, so she must be very important to the overall story of Chaos Theory going forward, so we're probably gonna get more screen time with that character as well. And just a full explanation on what the hell is going on with Brooklyn with season 2. And I think that's going to happen very early on, because this is a question that's been kind of gnawing at everyone even before the show came out. Here comes the bad part though. I truly do believe in season 2 they're going to drag out the Brooklyn reunion with the Nublar 6. I truly do believe it's going to be either the second to last episode or the last episode of season 2 that Brooklyn meets up with the gang again. Because I mean, that's just how TV shows work. Like, especially when there's some kind of fake out death like this, usually they want to milk that excitement of the characters reuniting. But I truly do believe they're going to have us wait until the end of season 2, or maybe near the end of season 2, to have Brooklyn meet up with our characters again. Just like how they revealed the fake out death in the very last episode. Alright, so this is actually me from the future, because something got updated. We got an update on when this show takes place in the Jurassic timeline. So Swrve made a video interviewing the showrunners of Chaos Theory, and they hard confirmed that this show takes place before Dominion.
Does Chaos Theory take place before Dominion or after Dominion?
No, it's before.
Before.
Yeah, it's before. It's I guess the months leading up to Dominion.
So throughout this video I might talk a little bit weird, more like implying that we don't know when the show takes place. So if you can get past that, that'll be perfect. I'll edit out the stuff that just don't make sense anymore, because I had a whole portion of the video that was like if this takes place before or if this takes place after. So now we're going to be going on the lens of this absolutely takes place before Dominion. So I just wanted to get that straight before we move on to the next part. So yeah, hopefully you're enjoying the video, and we're going back to the current day me, not the future, current day. Okay, so now brings up the next question of where is this boat going to be taking our characters? It's a shot in the dark, because there's not many locations that we know of that can be explored right now. So it's most likely going to be some kind of new location that our characters are going to, but there are a couple old locations that our characters could possibly be going to. And the first one is Malta, because if you remember from one of the last 2 episodes, I can't for the life of me remember which one it is, but it's one of the last 2, Darius notices that one of the dinosaurs are going to be sent to Malta. Having Darius just say that out loud is kind of suspicious and would make you think that maybe in the future of Chaos Theory we will be seeing Malta. And that would be awesome, because we would finally get more explanation and expansion on the dinosaur smuggling ring in general. Would finally get maybe a leader to the core of the black market. Would get to see more dinosaur fights, which would be cool, even though it'd be morally wrong to see a T-Rex fight a Spino. It would be pretty awesome. Or so, it doesn't need to be a T-Rex and Spino fighting, but that'd be pretty cool to see another Malta fight in Chaos Theory. And maybe the show could take place around the same time, so we could see Owen and Claire in the background or something. Like maybe while the Allosaurus and the Carno gets out of the cage, Owen hits that iconic pose. because maybe Darius and the gang were just chilling somewhere in the background. And then we get another POV of that Dominion scene, but in Chaos Theory. That'd be cool. And all we can do right now is guess. Like, that's all we can do right now. We got nothing. So, let me guess a little bit more. Let me assume a little bit more and say the next possible location could be the Biosyn Valley. Now, hold on. I know that's crazy. We know from Dominion that Dodson and Biosyn have connections to the black market because he hired that scumbag to kidnap Maisie. So, if we take that and run with it, it could possibly be that we're going to the Biosyn Valley. And that would be awesome. It'd be cool to explore more of the Biosyn Valley, see exactly what Biosyn was like before Ian Malcolm got there. Or maybe have Ian Malcolm there because he was there, like, doing lessons and shit. That would be awesome to see Ian Malcolm in Chaos Theory. Actually thinking about it. Yeah, let's have Ian Malcolm there. It'd be cool to see more of the Therizinosaurus and the Giganotosaurus. It'd be so cool to see more of them. And maybe we get some confirmation that the Spino was in the Biosyn Valley. We can see the Buck and Doe because remember they were at the end of Dominion with Rexy. There were so many things they could show off with the Biosyn Valley. So the possible known locations are Malta and Biosyn. And I think both of them would be really awesome to see in Chaos Theory. I think I would prefer to see the Biosyn Valley because that would just be so cool seeing all the characters running away from the Giga. Maybe we could actually see the Giga kill someone. That would be good. Have him try to survive against the Pyroraptors or the Therizinosaurus. I think that would be awesome. But the Malta one would be cool too. So I wouldn't be mad with either one we got. Alright, so Future Me is back for hopefully the last time. But we have another update from, you guessed it, Swrve himself, the GOAT. So just like Camp Cretaceous, we got a toy leak that hard confirms that we are going to West Africa at some point in Chaos Theory. It is very likely that it's going to be we're going to West Africa in Season 2, but there's still a chance that West Africa will be in Season 3 or something. Or maybe we go to Malta and then West Africa, or maybe Biosyn Valley or West Africa. It's not completely off the table for the other two yet, but yeah. Well, thanks to Swrve, now we know that we're going to West Africa. But yeah, we are going to be going back to the video to past me or present me for hopefully the last time. Now, this one is almost like the last one to where we really don't know much, but there are a couple more things pointing at what dinosaurs will appear in the next season more than where our characters are going to go next season. So there's more clues on the dinosaurs. Not a lot, not too much, but we have some things here. Like, first off, we're 100% going to be seeing Bumpy again, and I honestly think we're going to see Bumpy's baby next season. Probably not until the end of the season. I'm not sure what's going to happen or how Bumpy's going to be involved in this show. I'm not sure how she's going to interact with the characters. I'm not sure if she's going to at all, but I would assume 100% we're going to see Bumpy and her little baby by the end of the season. Maybe Bumpy throughout the season, like every once in a while, but I think like 90%, I'm 90% sure that we're going to see Bumpy's little baby by the end of season 2. And the next thing we have is we're 100% going to see the Atrociraptors again, because one, that villain lady, that Atrociraptor lady, she hasn't spoken a single word still. So we got to have more questions answered on her. And the Atrociraptors are really being utilized very well in this show, and there's no way they're just going to be like, man, get the Atrociraptors out of here. And we're most definitely going to be seeing the fourth raptor that wasn't included in the show, because remember, on the side of that one truck, I think it was the episode where Sammy was introduced. There was 4 cages, and only 3 of them opened, and obviously throughout the show, there was only 3 Atrociraptors. And in Dominion, we knew that there was 4 of them, and that 4th one just wasn't in the show, so I would be very certain that we see the 4th Atrociraptor come to play in Season 2. I'm not sure when, and I'm not even sure where it was. I'm not sure how it's going to be introduced, but I would be very surprised if they don't explain where that 4th raptor was, and I would be even more surprised if he's not in the show in Season 2. But besides that, besides Bumpy's little baby and the Atrociraptors, it's just like the last one. We have absolutely no idea what kind of dinosaurs will be introduced or returning in Season 2. I mean, we could guess, and I guess I'd do that here. I think it would be cool to see the Spinosaurus come back. I know he was in Season 4 and 5, but, you know, Spinosaurus is awesome. I think it would be really awesome to see more of the Suchomimus, because the Suchomimus really wasn't that important to the story, or just didn't really have a huge scene inside of Chaos Theory. And I know it's really cool that we did actually see one, and shouldn't be complaining about that, but they really didn't give the Suchomimus much to do. He actually, in fact, got pieced up by a Carnotaurus, so I think it would be cool to see him do something cool, like maybe kill a couple people or chase the campers around. But they're not campers anymore, they're adults. They grew up so damn fast. Look at them. Look at the difference between Darius now and then. Like, bro's grown up. It's beautiful to see. And I think I did enough yapping yapping today like I always do. I think I'm a yapper. I think I'm a professional yapper. I think I've gotten there. So I'm gonna stop my yapology lesson today. I don't know what the next one's gonna be, but this video is a lot of fun to make, and I love this show. #1 fan of the new Bar 6 right here. Kenji's the GOAT. Kenji, Darius, they're the GOATs. Like I said, that's enough yapping, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It will probably be Godzilla, but let's see what happens. I got a lot of Jurassic ideas, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.